Hi, this video is for all the people out there in the Tea Party movement, the 912ers, the We Surround Them people, just good, decent people who are really fearful of what's going on in the country and want to do something to fix things, and they're not sure what to do. Well, I've got a solution for you, and this video is going to take just a few minutes. If you're not willing to spend a couple of hours a month to save your country, then just turn this video off. This isn't for you. This is going to be a short talk about the real solution, and that solution is getting involved in party politics. You know, if you want to win elections, and isn't that our goal, making sure that the best candidates win the elections? If you want to do that, what you've got to do is you've got to make sure your candidate gets on the ballot. And in order to get on the general ballot, he or she has to get on the primary ballot and win that primary election. Now, the primary election is the election that hardly anybody votes in. The voter turnout is very low. It's going to be much higher this go around in 2010, of course. But the best way to ensure that good conservatives win that all-important primary election is to become a real ball player in the ball game of politics. And that ball game is called party politics. If you're a registered voter, you have no say in who gets elected to the leadership of the party, and you also have no say in who the party endorses in the primary elections. But if you're a precinct committeeman, you get to do that. And this is a secret. They don't want the party establishments and the incumbents don't want you to know about this, and that's why I'm telling you about it. Only precinct committeemen can vote to elect party leaders. Only precinct committeemen can vote to endorse candidates, assuming that they've got a strong majority in their local GOP organization. Now, here's some numbers. This is really important. On Election Day 2008, across the country, in the Republican Party, half of these precinct committee slots were empty. So the party was at half strength in the 2008 election cycle in this all-important position called precinct committeeman. And it's called different things in different states. That's not important. In that 50% of the precinct committeemen where the positions were filled, the party split ideologically about 50-50. There's a conservative wing and there's a RINO, or Republican in name only / moderate wing. And we see that based on the leadership we get in the party, and we see that in the candidates who are winning the primaries. Imagine if all of the Tea Partiers, the 912ers, the We Surround Them people, the good, decent, conservative Americans who are going to the Tea Parties would invade the Republican Party and fill up all of the vacant precinct committeeman slots. That 50-50 split now changes completely. First, you've got a full strength party. Second, it's 75-25 conservatives over RINOs. You've got a full strength, solid conservative majority in the party rather than a weak and ineffective party. And for the independents out there that are listening to this, independents, you are completely ineffectual by being an independent when it comes to this sort of stuff of party politics, because you can't become a precinct committeeman in the Republican Party if you're a registered independent. You've got to re-register as a Republican. That's how you can really make a difference. The real ball game of politics is played at GOP meetings by precinct committeemen, because precinct committeemen get to, again, vote for the leadership of the party and get to vote to endorse the best candidates in the primary elections. When you become a precinct committeeman, candidates will call you and ask for your support because they know that you know the Republican voters in your precinct, and you're going to help get the vote out for one candidate. And that's where the power comes from. They call precinct committeemen the most powerful political office in the world. And I believe that to be the case. Now, you've got to do this now. I'm making this video on January 6, 2010. In some states, I believe in California, it's too late to become a precinct committeeman for the next election cycle. In a lot of states, the deadlines are going to come and go this month. Some are going to come and go in February. You've got to do this now. This should be your top priority. And now listen, this is key too. When you send a fax or make a phone call or write a letter to a Congress critter, do you think they really care about your letters? Is that the sense you get, that they really care? Well, I'll tell you how they'll take notice. If you put this, if you can truthfully say one of the two following blurbs, either in your phone message or in your letter to the Congress critter, they will take notice. And it's this. This is what I say every time when I write to them. I'm a conservative Republican precinct committeeman, and I'm doing everything I can to get more conservatives to join the Republican Party so that we can throw you out in the next election. We'll make sure that you'll have a decent, hardcore, conservative Republican running against you if I'm writing to a Democrat. Or if I'm writing to a Republican that I'm unhappy with, I say the same thing. Or you can truthfully say, I'm not a precinct committeeman yet, but I'm on my way to becoming one, and I'm going to recruit every other conservative I know to do the same thing for that same purpose, to make sure that you get thrown out in the next election. So this should be your top priority, becoming a precinct committeeman. Listen, holding a sign at a tea party really doesn't do anything. Incumbents care about one thing and one thing only, and that is getting reelected. And the best way to put fear into their hearts, to show them that they may not get reelected, is to show them that you're going to make the Republican Party more conservative, and you're going to have better candidates winning the primary elections by becoming a precinct committeeman and helping make that happen. Have you ever heard a Republican, even a conservative Republican, tell you about this? You know why they don't? Because they're terrified that you're going to do this. They do not want the word to get out. At the 9/12 rally in 2009 on the steps of the Capitol, 3 Republicans, all supposedly good conservatives, talked to the crowd. Not one of them said a word about this. Michael Steele has a brand new book about how to fix the Republican Party. I haven't read it yet. I will bet you there's nothing in there about becoming a precinct committeeman. Oh, they may say something like, you've got to get involved in the political process. Well, to some people that means sending a check to the Republican National Committee and getting an embossed card back with your name on it. Sorry, but that's not being involved in the Republican Party. They want your money. They want you to make phone calls, but they don't want you to become a voting member of the party, because you might be able to elect better leaders and get rid of them in the party itself, or you might be able to, in the case of even these so-called conservatives who voted for earmarks, who have traded their votes on occasion, to go along and get along, in the House or the Senate, and made a mockery of the principles of the Republican Party and the limited powers of our Constitution set forth in Article 1, Section 8. They've done that, and they know they might